Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty crazy stuff to go and talk about because we now are seeing huge PlayStation 5 perks, and also on the same, like the perks of the PlayStation, some really bad Xbox and PC, kind of not additional perks, extra steps, and really bad things when it comes to games that are coming out. And now this is all in kind of regards to a big issue, once again, always stemming to the Activision acquisition, the big ongoing legal battle, and of course, some kind of perks that PlayStation kind of don't necessarily fully deserve, especially if Xbox is spending like $70 billion. So we're going to go talk about this because, well, this has been popping up a lot throughout these past 24 hours / 48 hours, etc. So let's go and dive into the video, and as well, give me your thoughts, comments down below, and as well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, $500 giveaway, Xbox giveaway. You get to go and pick and choose. Twitter and Twitch down below for those bonus entries. We also do have the Amazon links and Target links down below, and let's dive into the video itself. So as I mentioned, the PlayStation is actually in like a huge perk over the Xbox and PC side. And now this is actually coming down to the Call of Duty, where if you guys don't know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 just came out. I was saying before, it's kind of like not bad. I'll probably just be streaming up on Twitch later on today. It's been okay. There's been a lot of issues though with party systems, people not getting rewards, Twitch drops, basically not being added to people's accounts. So there's been a little bit of a hiccup, and there's also a lot of issues on PC especially where people just can't play with each other. There's a big glitch for people who had a party more than 3. Basically, we're not able to go play together and all of that. But it kind of goes to show that sometimes even just normal crossplay and normal actual connectivity, it seems like the PlayStation's actually getting a huge and massive perk with this. We now see stuff that Modern Warfare 2, Xbox fans basically can't easily turn off crossplay. But PlayStation fans actually go and get extra perks. So basically they say fantastical political conflict isn't enough for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The FPS also had to go pit Xbox and PlayStation against each other as well. So as I mentioned, there's going to be like, it seems like all 3 of the variations, PC, Xbox, and PS5, have all been all over the place with some issues, some things being played. But at least for this one, it kind of seems like PlayStation kind of has like an inherent initial advantage. So anyone playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which got released today, more so yesterday, on the Xbox or PC, is finding themselves in a shallow video game trenches, but not the kind they had hoped for. Infinity Ward's first-person shooter seems to have a console preference, which is definitely skewing towards the PlayStation, which is, once again, you have something like Xbox going and dropping billions of dollars, a lot of money, and once again, PlayStation kind of seems like it's coming up on top. Now, this might just be just for maybe marketing, coding, or whatever it may be, but this is probably why Xbox is kind of still like, hey, like, we don't mind sharing PlayStation, but you can't be getting, like, these early accesses, you can't be getting custom characters, you're getting, like, XP weekends. Yeah, like, that's just not fair, especially if we're the ones that really own it at the end of the day. So basically, Infinity Ward's first-person shooter seems to have a console preference, with Xbox players unable to switch off crossplay, a function that allows people on different platforms to play together through the actual game. Well, meanwhile, though, PlayStation users can then toggle the function with cheerful abandon thanks to a built-in option. So it's kind of crazy just to see the comparisons between the two. So basically, disgruntled Xbox players want to avoid PC both cheaters, but as well, sometimes when it comes to PC people, like they have just, they're way more accurate, if they're like, maybe their MMRs are slightly different, or at the same time, it's kind of a truthful statement. Sometimes people have really good PCs, they'll load faster, they'll maybe have a higher frame rate. Like if you have like 140 hertz or so, you have a better monitor for it. It's just more normalized on PC gaming. Myself include pretty much all my friends and streamer friends have had 144 hertz monitors for literal years at this point, while a lot of my console friends are maybe on a nice 4K 60 FPS TV, but not many folks are playing on 144 hertz on a huge monitor. It's just hard to go make, more expensive, etc. So it does kind of seem like there's big kind of changes that people kind of want to avoid. And it's funny because PC users are on the opposite side, where they really don't want to be on console too much because they have that smooth aim assist as well. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of drama on that in the basically like, the side overall. So we're seeing lots of big news when it comes to this stuff in general, where it's just crazy to see. It's crazy to go and see that PlayStation has such a big preferential, whatever. Basically, like they're like the more of like the golden child when it comes to these consoles. So basically, it just kind of stinks. So PlayStation users usually are actually dealing with audio dropouts, though, and being required to delete their files. So it's more so in terms of like the actual game itself is slightly different, but with this, it does kind of go to show that there is issues on all of these console slash PC. Was completely different for that. So at least they aren't at least worried about crossplay. So Sony sweetened their deal further. Shortly ahead of release, and this is kind of why PlayStation's getting such a huge big deal, shortly ahead of release, the Call of Duty website listed a few PS4 and PS5 specific benefits. And if you guys have also heard too, there was other such as like the characters being mentioned, they had the early beta too, and that was kind of a big controversy as well. But with this, basically they have a monthly double experience events, which I'll show you guys in a second, plus 25% weapon XP when you're playing with other PlayStation users in a party, and also 2 extra loadout slots while reaching level 4. There's a lot of different type of stuff that just basically, Xbox and PC may not actually have in the first place. You guys can see some of these, where they do have stuff like Battle Pass bundle bonuses. So unlock new gear and goodies even faster. PlayStation players that purchase a Battle Pass bundle will get an additional 5 tier skips. That's a total of 25 tier skips. Double experience weekends too. PlayStation players can look forward to an exclusive monthly double experience event for 24 hours as well. They have party bonuses, as we covered, where if you're playing with other folks, you have a chance to get a higher percentage of bonus weapon experience too as well. But also apparently it does still count when you're playing with cross-platform teammates, but it still goes to show like the parental, preferential, whatever word, for PlayStation members. And they also did, I think a big thing too, is this is like also changing gameplay. And I think that's a big critique. I think a lot of gamers nowadays, they don't like it when they have like these issues in terms of like extra gameplay features. Because if you unlock stuff faster, that means you will have more access to different game, like you can play more of the game. Or same thing too with the extra loadouts, you just have, and it kind of makes the game experience different. I think a lot of gamers are okay with microtransactions, say for cosmetics, because it doesn't really change the core gameplay at all, or if it does, very minimally. So I think that's a big thing to kind of know. But with this, it does seem like that PlayStation's getting extra characters, which is, at least if you're an Xbox or PC player, kind of lame. You're playing the same game, but someone else is getting benefits. Or as well, you're getting more experience, which means you can maybe access the game or access the attachments quicker, which is also, once again, kind of changing the gameplay flow, gameplay experience. Or as well as I mentioned too, things like the extra loadouts, which just makes the game a little bit easier. Like, it's just a more fine-tuned system. So obviously Xbox doesn't want this. They just spent $70 billion, like still in the limbo, but they just spent like $70 billion. They want to make sure whatever they spend their money on, they're getting the good benefits for it. They want to make sure it's good. They want to make sure it's golden, which I respect a lot. Like, I mean, it's like if I bought something and someone else got a better deal, but I paid for it. Like, I bought it. Like, it doesn't really make too much sense. So a lot of folks as well for PlayStation think that they're getting a good deal. Now, I'm a PS5 user and I have PS5 on Call of Duty, but I do think it's kind of right to call out these like kind of mis-leveled campaigns for PlayStation, for a lack of better terms. And it's kind of crazy because, like I said, this is ongoing for big legal cases and all that, but it seems like PlayStation does keep on getting really good benefits that, well, a lot of folks kind of really can't compete with. Xbox just doesn't have this in their contracts or whatever. So basically, console wars are an expectation for Call of Duty games at this point, while Microsoft is slowly working on buying billion-dollar baby Activision. On October 26th, Microsoft gaming CEO said he was more interested in mobile and planning on treating COD like Minecraft. So at least it does still seem like they're able to go and sell it, keep on maintaining it. Like, I think they seem like it. Until we see a proper contract, I don't trust it, but it does seem like it at the end of the day that they are okay with it and they're fine with it. So I mean, like, it's such a weird thing because we really have to wait for the legal documents of like, yeah, you could have PlayStation for the next 50 years, then I think everyone's okay. Same with PlayStation. But if it's like, yeah, we'll give you 3 years and you can still buy the games, but once we're on year 4, 5, 6, you can't, that probably might lead into more issues. But at least we are seeing that Call of Duty seems receptive, which, in all honesty, if I was a big company, I probably wouldn't be as receptive as I have been, because once again, like, they're just getting so many extra benefits that PlayStation is getting for kind of free, while Xbox is trying to spend the money on it. It's this kind of crazy drama. So basically, Activision's current partner, Sony, is instead treating the franchise like a precious child prodigy, and perhaps the Xbox players' dismay, even after Microsoft's deal goes through, Sony will come into your Call of Duty for several more years, basically because they do have a big long-term contract over here with Call of Duty. Even Phil Spencer's trying to say, like, hey, man, I want to have this up, on the Switch if we can. I want to have people playing it up on PC all the time. I want people on PlayStation everywhere. So we'll have to go and see. But at least, thankfully, Xbox players can go into their settings and even block crossplay too from the Online Safety and Family tab. And then you select Communications and Multiplayer. And then you block people from outside Xbox Live. Doing this to play Modern Warfare 2, however, will probably increase your queue times, though, and you'll even have, more limited groups, etc., etc. So, we kind of feel bad for all the Xbox players. PlayStation players got the best of all this for sure, and if you guys checked out Call of Duty, let me know in the comment section down below. As well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Twitter and Twitch stream for that for those bonus entries, and of course, the Weeble Target and Amazon links down below.